Welcome back. We're talking with Amy about ways that we can change those thoughts, those patterns of, oh, this always happens to me, or, you know, those deep, dark things that we kind of go towards. How do we change the way that we think? We were just saying it's harder to think positively than it is to think negatively.
Right, because we do have a tendency towards this negative bias. So we just accept it. Our brain, it's not because don't take your thoughts so seriously. I've said that before. Just don't take your thoughts so seriously. But the first thing I would recommend is just acknowledging that we have cognitive distortions. Your listeners can look up on the internet. There are lists of them. There are so many of these. They go from 12 to 50, but they're kind of redundant. So look up a list and print it out of maybe 12 of the cognitive distortions. Then make yourself aware of what those are and try to identify what you're doing when you get into a thought pattern. Consider the evidence. When we step away from our thoughts and we can say, is this really true? One of them is catastrophizing, and I'm really good at that. That just kind of came with my family. We're always looking at the what ifs. What if this happens? So if I get on a plane and I hear a funky noise, I'm like already thinking, oh my gosh, what's going on? You know, I mean, and so what you have to do is step away. What is the evidence? Are the stewardesses acting differently? Does everything else seem to be okay? If all of those things play out, then you can recognize that you're just falling into one of those traps. Ask yourself, if you were a friend, if a friend came to you with those thoughts, what would you say to your friend? You know, give yourself sort of a double talk about that. Would you say to your friend, yeah, you're right, you're really a loser, I've thought that for a long time? Of course you wouldn't. So ask yourself what a friend would say to you. Consider the evidence, and also a really important thing is to consider the gray areas. You know, all of these have in common that they're really extreme thinking. And we do better in our life when we have moments of great happiness, we have moments that are very difficult, but it's really important to find those gray areas and come back to that moment of calm, because we're healthiest when we are in those calmer places.
Amen. How can people get a hold of you if they want to have you come speak? Or
amydspeaker.com is my website, and I have tapes and videos on there. I speak about brain and behavior, but I do it in a funny way. So
you do?
Yeah.
We love your ways.
Thank you.
Is it Amy D-E-E or just Amy D?
Amy D, AMYDEE speaker.com.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, stick around. We come back. Nicole Ray is going to show us how to write down some positive affirmations right after this.